Call the meeting to order. Today is October 15th, 2025. Council President Linda Sutton, Cheryl Wallace, and Harry Devonmore, Vice President, and Mary Brown, Clerk Treasurer. We'll go ahead with reading of the minutes from last month's meeting.
Minutes for September 17th, 2025. Meeting was called to order by Council President at 7:06 p.m. All council members present. Mary Brown, clerk, present. Minutes were read and approved. Claim dockets were reviewed and approved. Nothing under Park Department. Linda stated one of the plants outside needs water. Harry stated the bongo play equipment is broken again on the chain. Harry may be able to fix, if not, take it out. No report from police, none from sewer. Under old business, the first reading of the 2026 budget, list of addresses that are a violation of ordinance on the grass not mowed and vehicles sitting in yards. Mary to send addresses to Tyler Jenkins, town marshal. Under new business, October meeting, the town will take bids for custodian, snow removal, and yard care. Harry stated we do not have to have weed control sprays every year. Linda had no comments. Harry stated picnic tables are being jumped on and moved. He wants to chain them down. Council said yes. Linda will be checking the video to see who's breaking the tables and will issue citations if not adhered to. We'll serve them for criminal mischief. Linda stated we must hold neighbors accountable so our town can be a great place to live. Harry moved for adjournment, Cheryl seconded, and meeting adjourned at 7:29 p.m.
Any corrections? If not, we'll approve the minutes as read.
I'll give you all of the claims and stuff later because I want to talk to you about
Okay.
it. Okay.
So we'll pass on the claims we're sending for right now. Under the departments, we have the Parks Department. Any news?
No, I fixed the chains again.
Okay.
Picnic table was chained down Saturday morning. They had enough holes to chain it down.
Okay. I was able to review video from up to a month back, and there was no activity on the tables. So I don't know what happened to them or why they were moved. I saw Brandy had moved them back, but when I went back and looked the last time, the video had already cut out.
I got the last one back over here, up the bush pile, but it broke the main frame of the pile.
From the parks, related to the parks.
Yeah.
Under the police department, Roger, do you have anything you need to?
Well, this week, there was some damage done to the meeting room here. Window was busted out over here. There was some graffiti painted on the back of the new building, the side there. And then somebody poured some pancake syrup on the building. I took pictures of it all. And tonight's the first night I've worked since I took that report, so I'm gonna talk to some kids I'm familiar with and see what I can find out.
When I get a chance to, plan is to review videos. They would have had to walk past a camera to get to that area, so.
They said it had to happen either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I think Monday's when I took the report, but they said it had to happen either over the weekend.
Okay, I haven't had a chance to look yet. Anything else?
No, I tagged several cars under the abandoned vehicle ordinance, and I've got some people fired up, I think. I'm trying to be fair, and especially some of the elderly and stuff, and giving them a little extra time and trying to work with some people. But, before long, I will be telling some out. And some of the people have already taken care of it too.
Anything else? Roger?
Pardon me?
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Under old business, we have the final reading of the budget.
It's our ordinance for appropriations for and tax rates for 2026. Each one of you will sign and A, nay, or abstain, I hope you put A. That will take effect January 2026. Thank you. The salary ordinance. You look that over and make the decision. I think I gave each one of you one, didn't I? Now I don't know what I did with the ordinance. I thought I had it right there with my paper. Yeah, this is the first reading of it, so basically you have to have another meeting before, which would be November's, to approve it and sign. So, no, I don't. It's gonna be the one, the only change is the 1,200 and that's paid in February next year.
1,200 for non-elected officials,
Yeah.
which is you.
Yes.
Right, any discussion on that?
Oh, here it is. I get it. See, the only difference is that adds that 1,200 to it.
Not this time. Yeah, it would be for next year start, and then it would be every year unless we change it. And if that's not, that's just 1,200, not 1,200 per year.
It's per year of, I could do the whole 12 years I've done this, but I'm not, I'm just gonna start next year, so that would be unfair. Unless you really like me and you would like to do that.
Definitely. What?
I can't hear you, Harry.
It says sign the ordinance, but we don't sign it tonight.
Right.
Okay, so then, under new business, DNR contract for the flood.
You wanted that on, so you had something to say about it? Yeah, you told me to put it on there.
I told you to put it on there. Trying to remember what it was.
We can move it to the next.
Did you have it with you?
We had the floodplain thing.
I sent it to you. Can I send you the
No, you said you were,
page thing?
you were going to, but, no.
It's in my phone, which is over there.
Okay,
So,
let's move it to next month if you want.
yeah, cause off the top of my head, I can't remember what all it was, cause I had to, it was the information the DNR had sent to me to have us make sure our town every few years was compliant with the floodplain ordinance for the state of Indiana through the Department of Natural Resources. And, I reviewed it, basically stuck County of Amboy in every box that needed to be, it's just
they sent it back to you? You don't, okay.
Yeah, I think it is,
Okay.
it's in my phone, I can't get it right
Okay.
this instant, so,
Alright,
that's what it is. So, is there any discussion on that? So, in the meantime, we would probably, since I just discussed what it was, go ahead and vote to, adopt that ordinance or re-adopt, because we've already done it once, we just have to renew it.
okay.
Re-adopt that ordinance and, then we can get signatures on it after I get it printed off.
Okay.
We do that.
Need a motion.
So all in favor?
Okay, done.
Okay, so that's taken care of, and then, the next discussion is on the trash service.
Yes. This is a list, I don't know if anybody wants it, you want me to talk to them about what happened?
Sure.
Okay. How many hate Republic services? They have just been awful. There's been so many people. There was a guy there that worked with me in all these years. And I kept sending him emails and calling. Well, I found out he's dead. So I tried to find another person, human, to talk to. And they have done like a whole change of their employees. So it's ridiculous. So we called On Point and we got with the owner. He's willing to do exactly what we're paying for right now with our current, trash pickup for canisters and the 2 dumpsters for the rest of this year and for next. And then we'll discuss their rates at that point. I don't think they'll be huge, change, but that's what he agreed to. You'll get 2 cans, just like every one of you should have now. They're orange, I think, so you'll know what they look like. But he said they've never been late. If they have a day delay, they let us know, and it's usually because of holiday, just like the other was. So basically, we're gonna get someone who cares about their customers. And I talked with our attorney. We can break this contract with them because they broke theirs with us. They did not keep their trash picked up. They were ignoring some of the streets. One customer or town person here said they kicked this can across the road. I mean, it's just not professional anymore, so we're gonna go with On Point if the council agrees, and I'll contact them and send a stop notice to Republic, and we'll start November. It'll be pickup on Wednesdays for your canisters, and on the dumpsters, it'll be on Friday. So, there's only 2, and they're one here and then one behind the market, and they pay for that, so. Anyway, they're good company, they seem to be taking care of their, clients. They have Swayze, they have Bunker Hill, several little towns around they're already taken care of, so. That's what the discussion's about, and they just need a motion to agree to that change, and I'll take care of it from there.
Do we have any discussion on it?
My concern is Republic gonna charge us to pick up little trash cans and,
The old ones?
yeah. because-
No, they won't.
If they want it,
It's not in their,
yeah.
it's not in their contract, they can't charge us for that.
Okay. 'Cause I know some people they pick up out in the county and they charge them.
Well, that was individuals, not a town, so that's different,
You know,
yeah,
Pretty hope so.
well,
I hope.
Well, if we get a bill, we'll send it to our attorney.
yeah, that's what I'd suggest. Cheryl votes yes,
Yeah, go ahead.
and Harry seconded.
All in
Okay.
favor?
Alright, done, I'll take care of it. You'll get your cans picked up, put them out that Friday, I think it's the 31st, right? October 31st is a Friday. Make sure you put your cans out in town that day, so we can have it done. And then they will come the following Wednesday on the 5th and pick up, so it should work out pretty well for everyone.
You're saying put full cans out.
Put all your cans out that you have of Republics to be dumped on that Friday, Halloween. because that'll be the last day, I'll be sending them a notice then, an email canceling our service.
Yeah, 'cause we may gotta come back and pick them up.
They'll have to come pick them up before the 5th,
Send
so,
a notice to all the town people too.
I'm sorry?
Just send a notice out to all the people. in town.
Yeah, Linda can do it on Faceless.
Facebook.
Oh, Facebook, sorry, I don't like it, so I don't say. I call it
We have to
Facebook.
know that the day of the week has changed, so we're gonna have to send out,
Yeah,
notices to
Yeah.
everybody, besides just word of mouth or whatever, but if you see or talk to your neighbors, make sure everybody knows, or if you see nobody, they gotta deliver the orange trash cans before we can put them out on Wednesdays anyway, so.
Okay,
But we'll get the word spread besides,
you can start anytime, yeah, that's fine.
okay, already did the.
Yep.
other one. Okay,
So,
so
contract,
we'll go, for the bids for the UCE, or the community building custodian, lawn care and snow removal. Any of the bids that we've gotten, you said you had one for snow, any for mowing,
2,
two for mowing, and
1, 2, 3, or you.
three for custodian. Obviously, for the one for the snow removal, when we open it up and read it, since there's just one here, we're gonna go ahead and accept that bid. The others, since there's multiples, we will, not give an answer tonight on those bids. We'll review them, and, any persons who bids, generally our rules, they have to be within good standing within, the town as far as, just the citizenship, and also making sure that their accounts aren't delinquent or anything like that. So, but we'll give an announcement after we have a chance to review and, make a decision on those bids, and then you'll be notified by, Mary, either a letter or a phone call, as to who we went with on the other bids. So, first bid's for the snow removal.
He did not raise it, it looks like the same amount from last year.
Which is,
He did not put, 90 an hour. He
90
did
an
not
hour.
mention the, not the plow, but the other one. Sometime he had to,
Loader?
huh?
the loader,
Yeah, one time he had to use that, cause we had so much snow.
so that's Benji Hunt, he
Yes.
said $90 an
Per
hour,
hour.
for snow removal for the town.
Does he have a truck running?
What?
Does he have a truck that runs?
He must.
Well, the thing with Benji is there's family that will help
The
and
family
do
takes
help
care
if
of
you
Benji,
can.
don't
he's got a truck, he just don't know if he's gonna put a blade on it or not.
Yeah,
He'll have it for us.
I know,
it has to be done with 1 inch or more of snow on the ground, so.
Okay. Didn't you do anything else with that one?
Nope, that's approved. You want me to open these now, or does that make any difference? You wanna look at them?
Well, yeah, they're here, so they wanna,
And this is Roseanne Mitchell.
and who's Roseanne? That's you, okay.
You have to introduce yourself.
Roseanne, no.
She put $324 per month, so. And. This one is, oh, I feel like I'm opening for winning. Summer Steel, and she bid 300. And the last was Justin Sholey, and he bid 375 to 400. Okay.
Who's Justin? That's you, Justin. Spells last name?
SHOLLA.
How do you say it? Sholly.
Sholey, sorry.
Close enough.
Mary Brown's not hard to pronounce. So I have trouble with other people's names. Liberty Steels was $250. And, oops,
And then, okay,
and,
Food on,
and this is the Hunt boy that's doing it now.
yeah,
I can't read his first, Lane.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, he did 4,500, for the year.
yeah, he did a year.
So this one's $250 per mowing,
Yeah,
okay. All right, and he provided, did his liability to have insurance on it,
is
okay?
that a requirement?
Well, I asked for it
so,
from Benji and I think Lane last year, so.
before the game,
Should be.
Cause you gotta protect in case you do something wrong, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, even mine would have, I had it,
Okay.
it was in contract then.
Well, it won't take too long, we'll get with you real quick on those
Yeah.
and let you know.
We'll let everybody know, where they're at with the benefit and who we have.
Benji's license. Okay,
Well, that's good.
That's-
At least we know, I have Sophie run it, make sure it's that one.
Yeah.
Just cause they have a picture of it. That's a good rooster.
Okay.
Okay, so then, oh, Halloween hours, you don't have that.
I did not, yeah.
So that's my only I'm bringing up, I think it's Halloween hours. Does anybody have any input? We've tried doing different Halloween hours, a couple different times, and
It's on a Friday night this year,
people
so.
complained no matter what we did, whether it was not enough time, too late, not late enough, it's not dark yet, or it needs to be light, so I'm curious what any of you guys think as far as what our Halloween hours normally are 5 to 7. So it's pretty well getting done just as it's getting dark.
We have time change, will that change it?
Yeah, and when is the time? When is it?
November 2nd.
Oh, November 2nd, okay, so it's right after. So, you know, like I said, I've tried to do 5 to, well, some people said it's not long enough, and then, like I said, then when we ran it from 5 to 8, then people complained that it was too long. And I'm like, of course, I'm thinking just shut your porch light off, so it doesn't have to be long for you if you don't, you know, want it to be. So, I don't know, if anybody,
Can we do a 6 to 8 and make everyone happy?
might,
Will it truly make everyone happy though?
no.
No.
No,
No,
we'll
we'll
be
be
paid.
very.
What do you guys think?
And make your own hours.
What do you guys
We trick or
I don't
treat.
know, kids,
I don't know, we five, seven.
That's all we let it.
Are
Better
some
believe it.
still good for you?
If you had to treat us, you got
Something to
treated.
think about too is if, the thing about having it, if you, like, the extra hour, is if, like, they're going out to the school for the trunk or treat, or going someplace else for a trunk or treat, if it's a little bit,
See, I never minded
it gives
having
them-
it, I never minded having it longer, that was my idea back then, was sorry, we'll go 3 hours, cause I know when we took my son around, and we were even on the golf cart, and if we wanted to go up and down every street, which there's still not a lot of porch lights on, but if we wanted to go up and down every street, it took every bit of that 2 hours. And especially with them getting off the cart, going up to the door and coming back, you know, and all that stuff, and most people are on foot, and they're not able to cover a lot of areas, so I thought, well, we'll go till 8, and then like I said, then
and
yeah.
there's some kids that don't get off the bus till 4 o'clock.
Yeah, so we still had, people complain that it was too long, or like I said, if they don't wanna participate, they can turn the porch light off whenever the candy runs out, or whenever they feel like not entertaining at their door.
Yeah.
So, I don't have a problem going a little bit longer, 5 to 8, like I said, and if the church doesn't want to go past 7, they don't have to go past 7. People can do whatever they want, it just, you know, I wanna try out a porch light on, longer, then I'm willing to go longer, I don't know what you guys think.
like the parents not get home.
Some don't.
The only thing I'll say is at 7 o'clock, it's already getting dark, and if you've got children out, I'm
Hopefully the
separating.
parents are with them. but if they're not, then,
That's a separate issue.
yeah, then they don't,
Then we send Roger out.
Just thinking, Jonathan.
yeah, or mom and dad can either be with them, or mom and dad can tell them when time to be home.
Parents never was ready.
Again,
Marijuana done.
participation is voluntary. They don't have to participate whether they're the trick or treaters or whether they're the homeowners. It's voluntary, so, but, 5 to 8 is what I think. Yours is always on.
Mine's always off, so it doesn't matter to me.
Well, you gotta vote one way or the other.
Alright, I do.
Okay, we'll do 5 to 8 for Halloween now.
Whose motion, you, Harry?
Yes.
Okay,
I'll send you yours. Yeah, without porcelain on.
okay.
Alright, we'll do 5 to 8 this year.
Give
Unless
Harry
you
his own
complain.
for business. Make sure it's not tricky.
Write down their name.
I won't pay attention. Okay, I don't have anything else. Carrie, do you have anything?
Nope.
Cheryl, do you have anything? Mary?
We had a gift from Kent Agnes again, and I spoke with him and thanked him. It was $250 added to the park fund. So, I said I'd send you a card if I do your address, so he did give me his address, so now I have it, but, yeah.
Kent is he the son of Herman?
Yes.
Son or
Yes.
son?
He's,
He's the son.
I think he's the son, yeah.
Yeah, he's the
So our
son.
park is named after?
He's the one who gave us the money for this and then paid for the new basketball court too, so.
So he's added that 250 to our park fund, and that's,
Yeah, we
it's
have,
come with, yeah.
we have $12,211.62 in there, Harry. So, if you need to spend some, that's the way to do it. That's gone quite up a bit.
Mhm.
We're getting to like 5,000 every time with that money we invested, so.
And that was,
It's that
What
company.
foundation?
Yeah, I don't, something, Community Foundation, I think the name of it.
alright,
So that was nice, now, that's all I have.
alright. She said she was gonna
I
do
wanna
that.
talk to you about them, so we'll do it later.
Alright, so, anything from you folks? Yes, ma'am.
Want me to stand up and stuff?
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna share. Good to see you.
Okay, I just wanted to let everyone know that Sandy, I got her titles ordered for her to get her cars moved.
Okay.
But I know Nora's having a problem too, getting her stuff moved. But, I also want to, people just want to suggest things, but never want to offer help. She's 85 and can hardly get around. And I feed her birds and do a lot of running for her, and she does all of her other running for her. I feel there's a lot more things happening in this town besides broke down cars that should be addressed, that are not, like kids mooching, drug traffic, numbers of accidents, and maybe even response time for emergency services. Thank you, that's all I have to say.
Thank you for helping her with that stuff too. Roger, you.
I spoke to Sandy.
Have we talked
Yeah,
to you?
he did.
Okay.
He did.
Alright.
They should be here today or tomorrow, or Friday. And then I'm gonna tell them, to race for her.
Very good, thank you. Anything else from anyone? Yes?
Republic broke our curb in the front of our house, and we wanted to move to call to get that fixed.
What is your address?
308 South Main.
Something, that's state highway. Yeah, we don't maintain anything along 19. That's all state highway, so, their main hub is Fort Wayne. If you just look up Indiana's Department of Transportation online, you can get the phone number from there, and, yeah.
So we can get a hold of them, let them know the issue, and they'll fix it. We don't have, it doesn't come out of our
It
pocket.
does not come out of your
Okay.
pocket, it's their curb, they
Right.
own it, they put it in, they maintain it.
Okay.
And you can probably glance around town and see how many broken curbs we have, so to give you an idea of whether they'll
Yeah,
actually
I mean, it looks
respond or
like
not.
crap, but I didn't wanna be responsible for paying for it.
No, you're not, you're not. Their own snow plows come through town and chip off most of our curb corners, and they know it, they still, you know, it takes a while for them to get around to do, that kind of stuff. Even like the spots up once, twice, maybe they've come through and actually put asphalt patch in those, just to fill them in, cause somebody actually got hurt in one of those holes. And,
That road was done 2005, and they have not replaced that since. So it's
Made a
old, and
shabby
that's
job.
probably one of the
well,
reasons.
the cement should have lasted way longer than asphalt would last, but it, of course, they put, salt and sand and stuff, whatever, salt down on it, which erodes the cement away anyways, it's bad for it, and it just, they're, yeah, it's a state.
Okay.
So, but no, you won't be responsible for that at all.
Thank you.
I'd take a picture of what you're showing them, and then you can send that,
We've got a picture of it, just in
Okay.
case
yeah.
the cement moved
Right.
by
Yeah.
somebody else.
And if you think it's unsafe to leave that chunk of cement out there, for whatever reason, you can move it. I wouldn't get rid of it, but you'd have to keep it, but you can move it, cause I know some of those curb corners come off and then they end up getting kicked out into the road. So if there's any fear, if you have any fear of that happening, you can move that,
Okay.
out of the way. But that's your call on whether you feel that's necessary, cause I guarantee, like I said, when the plows come through, when the snow starts, they'll knock it, they'll probably, knock it off, or break off more, or cause that, if that block's still out there, it could knock it out into the road or something, but, yeah, it's the state of Indiana. So, like to see quick response on it, but I'm not hopeful.
Okay. I just don't want anybody showing up at my door.
Will not, I promise. Okay, anything else from anyone? No, if not, we'll look for a motion. Yes.
Hey, Linda, are you getting ready to,
What?
are you getting ready to motion
Yeah,
again? Oh, I thought you needed a sewer.
You wanna give a
Yeah.
report?
did we leave you? You left him off, Mary. Okay.
Well,
sewer
I'm so
department.
sorry, Dave,
I'm
you
sorry.
should've spoken up.
All right.
So we'll go
Um,
back to the sewer. Yes, Dave.
So what we wanna do, we're talking with Mary, we thought it'd be a good time to kind of bring you guys up to snuff on things, but, in a nutshell, we're kinda caught. All the main pumps, outfit companies are they're an hour and a half away, so they're all down around Indy. And so everybody wants to charge door to door, so that's an hour and a half to get here, to do the repair, an hour and a half to get home. So if they send one tech, it's $130 an hour, and they send two, it's $260. So you can do the math. We have a $1,100 repair, and it might've took them 45 minutes. So,
Yeah.
it's tough stuff. So, we've got nine grinder pumps for residential, it's for distance. And then the same pump, which is a $2,700 pump, is in the two, North and Harris Street. They're smaller pumps that push it to the fire station, main. Now, the mains are $18,000 pumps, and there's two of those, so the culprit is the grease and the wipes. Okay, so your pumps are made up, and they have grinders on the bottom to pulverize both the thing. Now, they'll take a wipes and they'll bring them up into the pump, and it'll bypass, but it gets up into, there's a hydraulic seal to mention. Once it gets up there and blocks all that seal, and then you got a heat problem, and then it kicks out your pump and into the panel, so you have to pull the pump. So there you go again, it's gonna cost you $1,100 to get somebody in here to pull a pump. So those are some of the culprits. Now the smaller pumps are 2,700. We have 13 of them total in town. And then the other culprit is grease. And everybody has 4 floats, and all the floats are affected by grease. Once they get weighted down, they're not doing their job, so they're not running the pumps efficiently. So now you gotta have a vacuum down. So we were using fluid waste, and we did a lot of research, met with a lot of guys. We did find out, a place, he's over by Marion, and he'll pump. And then we also got with Sweetser, and they have a pump truck, so they're gonna come over and do ours. So there's another cost we can save. We figure we can get it for, maybe everything pumped out for 700 to 800 versus 1,600 by fluid waste, or white. So that's kind of the things we're up against. The grease also will float, and when it raises, it forms a barrier on top, which also causes heat. It kicks out, all those pumps are protected from heat, so then it kicks out your overloads, and one of your systems go down.
Can they digest to see where it's coming from?
Well, there is a smoke test that you can do, which runs it back in, but that's more for leaks than it is for,
Find out where it's coming from.
you really can't find out where it's coming from. The bad thing is that North Street and Harrison, they push into, the main, so if there's any out there, they're gonna push it in there, if the main pulls in some of theirs, you can't tell.
The only way we know is it's, like down at Ponds where it's one family hooked to that.
Yeah, you would know the
That one would
grinder
know.
pump, the
Yeah.
residential. Yeah, you would know that one, but the others go all together, so you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
a lot. But we've met up, well, we had the system, what now, for about 25 years?
25, yeah,
So up to this, last year, we've been using BBC pump,
yeah.
out of Indy area, so they're the same thing, they're an hour and a half up, an hour and a half back. And we ran into some warranty issues with them, which kind of, ruffled us, so we went and looked around a little bit. We've been using a Stratford pump, they're also down that way, but we actually met the representative. I've never met BBC pump rep yet, so.
Just talk to them on the phone
Yeah.
is all we've done.
So, and they've done well, and there's a couple others, but one thing that we're trying to do now is there's a Zach Cross, he's out of Kokomo, but he works for, Indiana Pump Works, and they're out of Greenville, down that way. So, but he's a tech in Kokomo, and he said he could come over and do some of the tech work where we wouldn't have to call somebody for a 3-hour drive up and back. But we don't have the system to pull pumps.
Problem has been, it cost us $50,000 this last year just to take care of problems that happened because of that. And that 50,000 is coming out of sewer account, and that sewer account is only funded by payments from the people who have sewers. So it's important the bills are paid and on time so that we can get those things fixed, because it's an old system and it's gonna have some breakdowns, so. What about that stuff you put in, the greasy stuff, what do you call it, the
Oh, sludge bacteria.
sludge bacteria thing, yeah,
Sludge bacteria,
Did it
it
work?
did some, it did.
okay.
And some of them said it worked better for some, applications, but ours is, it's like icebergs in there, it's just too
Okay.
much.
Well, that wasn't too bad an expense, but, yeah.
Yeah, we try, it's a try.
Yeah.
I was told that it would work, I was told by Kokomo that they use it quite often, but
Mhm.
maybe in the residentials,
Maybe,
that would work better for that instead of the bigger lift stations, I don't know. But there's another thing I'd like for you guys to think about, the, Indiana Pump Works also offers a contract that they can do with Amboy. It's for the year, and they come out and they will maintenance this and pull pumps, pull floats, they clean everything, they reassure everything's tight and operating properly. They go through all the panels, they actually physically work all the valves, and that's $2,100
for a year,
for that service.
one contract, and they'll never charge anything different unless they find something.
Yeah, and then if they do find something that needs attention, they'll let us know, and we can make a decision on it, but $2,100, and that's to pull, all 6 pumps. And, then you got 12 floats, and then they check all the panels, overloads, everything's doing proper. I think it's a pretty good deal. $2,100, it's costing us $1,100 to get somebody up there to
Yeah.
pump.
I haven't finished that budget for sewer yet, so maybe I'll let you know on that. And I've gotta turn that into rural development here soon.